Appreciate everybody being here again. We will go ahead and begin. We'll have our invocation offered by Commissioner Stan Summers, and then our auditor, Tom Cotter, will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Our dear Heavenly Father, as we come before Thee tonight as a commission in this free country, we appreciate all the things that You do for us and have done for us. We especially are appreciative of those forefathers that went before us and brought us forth this free republic, that we're able to do the things that we need to do. We appreciate the moisture that we've had and for the things that will make it grow, that we'll be able to feed nations and our own. Please, again, help those people that are lost and sick and afflicted. Please bless the Sheriff's Department and the search and rescue and everyone that has to do with those things of keeping us safe, that they might be able to go home after watch. We appreciate You looking over our deputy, Kelton Bronson, and for the things and miracles that You've been able to do in his life, and that he might be able to get better and come back to work for us and have the job that he enjoys. Please watch over our families while we're here. Please help us make proper and correct choices. And we say these things in the name of Thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Join me in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Marla, Steve, did either one of you have anything? Okay. Very good. You gentlemen, any follow-up or any items?
I just make a motion to approve the minutes from March 25th.
I can second that.
Have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right. No correspondence or any reports?
I don't have anything.
I've got that former agenda follow-up we were talking about. I didn't see it in my, I think this is what it is for the disaster operations we talked about last fall when we were in drought disasters. There is things that are coming out now through the Small Business Administration, and those people that want to claim disaster relief funds should be able to get into their people. So I don't know if you need to talk to your guys out west on that or not, but it's started to kind of file out there now, so we should make sure that it's in front of all the people out there out west for sure.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Our 505, we'll go ahead and take that off the agenda. We were going to hear from one of the UTA commissioners, but spring break, she's out of town with her family, so she will be here the first meeting in May and give us an update and a report on what's going on with UTA. Mostly talking about, I believe, the corridor preservation and the easement between here and Weber County. So we'll go ahead and skip that. 510, back to our Perry Point tax sale that we talked about at the last meeting.
I'm glad we tabled it to get more information on it, but there was a lot of information, long time coming. So
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys thought of, but
Well, I would make the motion that we give them a year extension and no more to come up with it. If they don't, then they
we'll
don't.
see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I could sympathize with the fact that they've invested in that and, you know, what they were trying to do, but I have a hard time too with the fact that, you know, just because you invest in property and it's not producing an income, that's not, you know, our fault or anybody else's fault. That's, you know, that's a choice you make when you're doing that, so. But in light of the properties and the situation, I would make a motion to give them a year extension.
Okay, I'd second that motion.
Okay, any other discussion?
Will you give just a brief explanation, because the
Okay.
discussion was in the work session, it was never in a commission meeting?
Okay. We had the group, I believe it was MAS, M-A-S LLC, that came in, and they wanted to visit about getting some remedy on some overdue taxes. They're back 5 years, and it was going to go to a tax sale. And so they spoke with us, we listened, they had a lot of background information, and we decided to table it at the last meeting just to look into things and gather a little bit more information this week. I believe that the overall bill was right around $29,000 in back taxes, and they would like to be in a position where they can possibly sell that and pay the taxes, and then they've got another parcel that they would keep for like mitigation, that they would be able to sell to developers over there so that they could develop property and possibly use those as mitigation credits. And so that's what they would like to do over the next year. And they were just hoping for a little bit more time to do that instead of having it go to tax sale, so. Clear as mud.
It's a good explanation,
I'll make
actually.
it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's
You make it sound good. That was the gist of it, so. Okay. All right. I spoke with Steve a little bit. One of the concerns that was brought up is what happens if this does go to tax sale, nobody purchases it, and it does get struck back to the county. Are we the owner of a piece of property that is just there, and then we have to take care of it? And so that was something else that we were looking into as well, and something that we don't really like to do in most circumstances. So, okay, very good. I have a motion by Commissioner Hadfield and a second by Commissioner Summers. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, very good. All right, 515, tax adjustment. She's probably not here, is she, Sean? Okay.
So this is another tax sale issue. I've got one parcel. As you guys know, tax sale coming up, 5 years delinquent makes you go to a tax sale. So anyone that's owing taxes in 2014 could possibly go to tax sale. So the parcel I've got here, they owe in 2014 $10, and I don't want to take a house to tax sale that owes $10 in 2014. So I'm asking that you waive the taxes for the 2014 year, $10, plus some penalties and interest, and that will give them another year to get current with their taxes.
Okay.
It is a residential property.
And there were two that came through, and you said that one of those paid. Was it which one of them is it that is still outstanding?
The one that's still outstanding is R0034225.
Okay.
The other paid in full for all years.
Okay.
I'd make a motion that we adjust the tax for 2014 that was, and basically forgive the $10 plus tax. What would you say was the
Penalty and interest.
penalties? Does you have a figure
$24.95
altogether?
altogether.
$24.95 to the plot of R0034225 that will take it off the tax sale for this year.
I'll second that.
Okay. We have a motion by Commissioner Summers and a second by Commissioner Hadfield. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank
Okay.
you very much.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
Chad.
So this year, the legislature simplified recording fees, and that goes into effect May 14th of this year. I'd like to do the same thing with our copy fees to make it a little easier for us to figure in the public, so it's based on size rather than document type. So I'm not charging a $2 ownership plat map for 8.5 by 11. So I have the fee schedule here, but it needs to be approved by the legislative body. I'm just asking for your approval for that.
Okay.
So how come that we could do this and not the other?
Wow.
The fee increase, why couldn't we just do the fee increase instead of having to go through the legislature on that, if we can do this one? Just
Because
ask.
the recording fees are by statute and the copy fees are not.
All right.
I'll
Just asking.
make a motion, we approve the copy fees for effective May 14th, 2019.
Second?
Have a motion by Commissioner Hadfield, a second by Commissioner Summers. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chad.
Okay,
Thanks,
thanks, Chad. Mark?
Doing pretty good still.
Yeah. Obviously, Steve and I talked a little bit offline. This is a pretty simple document. There is one little issue I kind of notice as I get reading through here. This is a memorandum of agreement under the mutual aid statute under the state law. The State Division of Emergency Management is asking for signature on this mutual aid agreement for 3 points. One is that the county-wide resources for staging. And last year, they sent me this great big long list, which included school district
Property.
properties, and I don't know that we can.
We can't do that.
Yeah, and so I pushed back on them, and that's why I wasn't here a year ago to get this signed. So they sent it back to me again this year, under last year's date, but now it's got just the 3 properties, which is the sheriff's office property, the road department property, and the fairgrounds. And the idea being is that these properties would be pre-identified in the event of a disaster somewhere along the Wasatch Front, that if you can get resources coming in from outside to help, that they've got a footprint where they can land resources to begin to respond. So that's the first point. The second one refers to the community pods, points of distribution, which are not included in this year's list. So the second bullet point in here almost is a moot point at this, as far as I see that. We can almost scratch that out. And then the last thing is just in reference to our list of resources. Marcia, each year, downloads a list of all of the county resources, bulldozers, trucks, police patrol cars, everything we've got goes into a state web EOC where it's in their list. So
They can
the
grab it.
state has the access, and what they want is to have a mutual aid agreement to where they could call upon us to ask for resources if there's a disaster in some part of the state and say, hey, could you send X, Y, and Z, and so forth. So that's the nature of this memorandum of agreement, is to look at those 3 points. So,
Basically an inventory.
yeah, pretty simple stuff.
Okay, I'd make a motion that we approve the Emergency Management Agreement 19-10.
Second?
Have a motion by Commissioner Summers and a second by Commissioner Hadfield. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
You bet.
and let's see, have you got that, Marla?
I don't
I
have,
did think to make a copy of that, so I'm
Okay.
going to do that real quick.
yeah, if he signs it, I know, if you can make me a copy, that'd be great.
Okay, so I just this one right here.
There's a signature
Okay.
page on that, I think.
I guess you're okay with that without the school stuff on it? That was our problem last year.
I do have
Kind of hard
minutes.
time, even though we do have agreements with them. We can't sublease an agreement. Okay.
Yeah, these are good.
Okay, thanks, Mark.
You're my favorite. Is anybody in here? See if John.
There we go. Okay,
To Joan?
Joan.
Actually, it's not really Joan, it's
Matt.
Well, why don't you bring
Matt.
your whole party up here and
You should've-
introduce
You should
everybody?
have told us, we would have put Matt's name up there.
We still can. You got a Sharpie?
You get the hot seat, friend.
Okay, everybody smile. You're on camera back there, so.
Thank you for coming up, Joan.
Wow.
Well, thank you for letting us come tonight and going over the yearly tourism plan, which we presented you. From the tourism board, we have James Morgan with Willard Bay, Monica Holdaway from the County Chamber of Commerce, Stan Summers, Commissioner Summers, and myself and Joan Hammer here. Anyways, we had 21 applications come in this year for tourism grants, which we had $180,000 to spend amongst those grants. $267,106 were requested in those grants. So anyways, we have a process that as they file for these grants, that there's certain curriculum that we grade and score those grants on and look over how they're going to most benefit future tourism in the county, and then grant the money allocation accordingly to how we think, like I say, we can use it best with the money that was allotted, that $180,000. There's notices posted in the paper and social media, and Joan works with the applicants on questions, procedures throughout the grant cycle.
And Matt, make sure you tell that this money does come from the actual tourism, so from the TRT and the TRCC, from the gas, or from the hotel tax and restaurant tax.
Restaurant.
0.25%.
Okay, 0.25% from tourism, which is basically, hotels, restaurants, anything else that
That's all we collect.
Yeah.
in our county. Okay. So anyways, the board, like I say, we discussed these grants at great length, and like I say, all come to a conclusion as to whether to grant their full amount or a portion of the money that they asked for, and to, like I say, what the board comes to thinking is the best. So that's what we presented before you today, is how that money's allotted.
And you said that there were 21 applications?
Yes.
Okay, 21 applications, and you were able to actually award 20 of them.
19, wait,
No.
how many are there?
I thought I counted 20.
19.
Yeah.
19 of the 21.
Counted.
Got something.
Not fully funded all of them, obviously, but
That's where you get when you get a
Yeah,
business
20.
owner and somebody that runs a national park and somebody who runs the county and state park. Sorry, I was putting you ahead of yourself. State park. So by the time you get all the minds together, it turns out to be a pretty interesting conversation some
Absolutely.
days. Sorry. The second most visited state park, I might add, in the state. How's that? Is that better?
I just wanted to just really quickly acknowledge the work that these folks do. It's a super sharp board, and they take this very seriously, and they really do look for, the most bang for the buck. And I appreciate working with them. They're hard. They make me think, and they make me work, and I appreciate this. I appreciate the opportunity to have the Tourism Tax Advisory Board grants, and I think they have a great impact on folks. So thanks to the commission for continuing to support it.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, we really appreciate all your guys' work on this. So,
absolutely.
This is the first time we've done it over breakfast, too. I don't know if that made it easier, quicker, or...
with that, I'll make a motion, we approve the Tourism Tax Advisory Board grant for 2019.
And I'll second that motion.
Have a motion by Commissioner Hadfield and a second by Commissioner Summers. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For your time.
Thank you all.
Thanks, you guys. Thanks for your time. Award-winning. Serious? Well, then we'll put it on our next thing that we'll
Cool.
make sure we
Joan.
bring that up.
Joan, in that little blurb that you're doing for the newsletter that's going out, will you make sure that that's mentioned about Willard Bay State Park and
Manager of the year.
visited and Mr. Morgan?
That'd be cool.
Okay, thank you. We can do that, Captain Morgan. All right. I think we're at the Scott Lyons portion of the program.
Scott Lyons Show.
That's my second page.
Well, it must be spring.
Must be spring.
Okay.
Can we just do this as a block?
Let's start putting these on the consent agenda.
The what?
Consent agenda?
Yeah. That way I can just say,
All right, so the first one is the Toon subdivision. This is at 4384 North, 6800 West, so it's on Iowa String, just a little bit south of Procter and Gamble. It's a one-lot subdivision, 3 acres in size. It has been reviewed and approved, recommendation of approval from all applicable county departments, and comes before you for approval.
I make a motion, we approve the Toon subdivision.
Second?
Have a motion by Commissioner Summers and a second by Commissioner Hadfield. All in favor?
Aye.
Next item is appointing planning commission members. So we've had 3 planning commissioners' terms have come to an end. Laurie Munns, Melanie Wilding, and Jared Holmgren. I know Jared stepped in for our prior commission chair, Chad Munns, partway through his term. Anyway, I've spoken with the 3 of them. They're all, I think, fantastic members. They're at every single meeting. They keep up on the material. And all 3 of them are willing and interested in serving another term, 3-year term. So
That's
Okay, so it's
Great news.
Jared, Lori, and
Jared Holmgren, Laurie Munns, and
Melanie
Melanie
Wild.
Wild.
Melanie Wilding.
Melanie.
Yep. And they're fantastic.
Okay. I make a motion that we appoint or continue to keep on the board or planning commission Jared Holmgren, Laurie Munns, Melanie Wilding.
Second?
And just as discussion, these are a 2-year,
3-year.
3-year term?
term.
Okay, very good. Have a motion by Commissioner Hadfield, a second by Commissioner Summers. All in favor?
Aye.
Corridor preservation. So Perry is requesting reimbursement for one of their projects. And this project was originally approved by the COG on May 8th, 2017, and the County Commission on May 17th, 2017. It's for a portion of the 1200 West corridor in Perry. So you've got Brigham basically up, well, a little bit past
1100 south.
1100 South, and then Perry recently did an acquisition south of that. They were originally approved for just over $226,000, and they most likely, just because of 2017 to 2019, their final price ended up going up to $241,663, so about $15,000 more than it was originally approved for. They took the request, because I told them that was the original approval, they took the request back to the COG. This last Monday, the COG met, and the COG approved the increase. So the COG has approved the full amount, $241,663, and that amount is now being requested for reimbursement. So
Is this the corridor that they're looking at that would help with the public safety building, the possible location
No.
of that?
no, this is separate.
This is further?
Yeah, that one's
Okay.
further east.
That's what I was wondering.
This is 1200 West running north-south.
Oh, 1200 West.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
I
one
thought it was
that's
1200
Where
South.
the intersection to nowhere is,
Yeah,
One that I wish they'd get done.
The road to
hopefully
nowhere.
to somewhere
somewhere.
Okay,
eventually.
We'll be in
Gotcha.
charge, we'll be in light years ahead of Logan, so.
okay. Very good.
I'll make a motion that we accept the corridor preservation and approve the reimbursement for Perry City.
Second?
Have a motion by Commissioner Summers, a second by Commissioner Hadfield. All in favor?
Aye.
Scott, can I just make one more request on that? Will you come sometime between now and whenever and give us a update on funds that have actually been released and future?
Yeah.
Just to, I'm sure that was on your mind, but I'd like to
No,
know.
one of the mayors, Snowville's mayor requested.
Sorry, I wasn't there Monday too, by the way.
No, it's fine. I wasn't there either. Marcus
Oh, good.
was there. I was,
That way I really don't feel bad.
so, yeah, I can do that. I actually just put all that together from Snowville's mayor. He had a
Okay.
question about current balance, what's been approved, different things like that, so.
What we grow the fund by every year.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. so we can do that.
All right.
MCAT subdivision, this is a 2-lot subdivision. It is located at 5348 west, 6800 north. Each lot is 2 acres in size. And again, this one as well has been reviewed and approved by all applicable county departments and comes to you with a recommendation of approval.
I'll make a motion we approve the MCAT subdivision.
Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Hadfield and a second by Commissioner Summers. All in favor? Aye.
Collinston Ranchettes, this is phase 3 of a subdivision that has been taking place up in Collinston. This phase is just 2 lots. It's lots 7 and 8, so it's been 8 lots total in that area. Each of these lots is 2 acres, well, 2.02 acres, located at 13745 north and 3100 west in the Collinston area. And this subdivision has been reviewed by all applicable county staff and comes with a recommendation of approval.
Okay.
I'll make a motion we approve the Collinston Ratchess Phase 3.
Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Summers, a second by Commissioner Hadfield. All in favor?
Shelton George subdivision. This one is located on Iowa String as well. It's 6435 north, 6800 west. This is also a 2-acre lot. And this is essentially splitting 2 homes. There were 2 homes on the same piece of farmland, and they're just separating 1 home off from the other home. This one as well has been reviewed and approved by all applicable county staff and comes to you with a recommendation of approval.
I'll make a motion that we approve the Salt Creek subdivision, Phase 2.
Second.
Shelton George.
Oh, Shelton George.
Sorry, I went out of turn.
Oh,
I was going to ask you, but I figured.
actually, I was thinking, I was wondering,
Sorry about that.
are they doing the mother-in-law's house that they put, is that what they're separating?
No, they're just 2 older homes on the property, and
Just
they just wanted
separate parcels.
Okay, I'll make a motion we approve the Shelton George subdivision.
Okay.
And I will second that.
Have a motion by Commissioner Summers and a second by Commissioner Hadfield. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, sorry for the confusion there.
Sorry.
Salt Creek subdivision, phase 2. This is a single lot, 0.974 acres, located at 4733 north, 2800 west. So just kind of northeast of Corinne. And this one has been reviewed and comes with a recommendation of approval from all county departments.
I'll make a motion we approve the Salt Creek subdivision Phase 2.
Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Hadfield and a second by Commissioner Summers. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
That's it.
Have a few things to sign.
Yeah.
Don't get writer's cramp.
Mrs. Mattson, did we forget something? Were you here for?
No, I just was here for one of those subdivisions.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure we didn't leave you off for some reason. Okay.
Thought you were part of the tab board for a second.
Should be.
Third.
Probably planning and zoning someday, right? Commission?
You and Monica, you better leave me alone.
You're on the list.
Just for me. Okay.
Well, I just want to be proper.
Okay.
I was just texting him, so. Hey, thanks. I got little ones right here. Should I
Keep you on your
throw
toes.
unwrapped ones to you?
Don't throw those.
That's the reason you didn't text me back the other day. That's about. Oh, because it went right to your answer machine.
Down there calling around on the hoodoos.
Yeah.
I'll bet you your kids have a blast.
Good catch.
That's one of my favorite places. You ever done any of the hikes over there in the center of Fail Swell? Wild Horse and,
No. Oh, that's the only one in that envelope, yeah.
oh yeah. The fun begins. Where's Jenica?
She's not here. You asked a question, I answered as quick as I could. What?
Can you do something?
He's been trying. He's been trying. Every time
Well, you know what they say about asking a dumb question.
he puts in for judgeship just for the plain fact that he thinks he can get out of it.
Okay. Well,
I had to bring that up, didn't I?
no, this is what I was wondering about. So she left him with somebody.
I think. I don't know. What is it? There's a.
Just have one in here today?
Mm-hmm.
Stanley already got that.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe their pay would go down since they're in such nice digs now. Maybe their pay would go down instead of up
Yeah, that one's upside down.
since they have nice new digs.
Guess I'll look first.
Maybe I'm gonna hold on to all those. You guys already signed them. I'll hold on to them down here. Dude, that was almost a record meeting for how much stuff there was. You should read it.
Yeah, I got in last minute. Thank you. Oh, not yours.
Gonna be working on that one. Tyson.
Is it on? Yeah. See, Marshall texted me and asked me about you guys. Okay, I told him. So I don't know if he's looking for some part-time work or, because he works at Hill. But- What's that?
Zeke?
Just, my wife says, 48, 49. He just lives in Willard, he ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? I'll shoot him an email.
Zeke's younger than that, isn't he?
Him and my wife are the same age.
They are?
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking he was younger than that.
He's one that I froze my Watusi off marrying up in Ogden Canyon. 22 degrees. Around a campfire. Thanks, Chrissy.
Got another copy.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
I have an RDA first.
Do?
We do.
I don't think it's in my,
Thanks, Scott.
do I have?
You got him. All Stanley? You want him to when you
Okay.
sign?
Yeah.
There's only one item on there, but here's a hard copy for Mr. Stanley over there.
I just looked and I didn't see even on the agenda.
I saw it on board docs.
Yeah, I've got
Oh, that's what that's for.
I've got it here, I think.
What?
Marla and them gave us a tool. Come on, you gotta use it.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, there's just that one. So
Keith gave me that new iPad and I don't dare ask him for my password, so
What good is it for you?
I'm just teasing.
Oh, God.
I sent him the thing because my email thing was about full. And he texts me back, says, "What's your password?" And then he texts me back, goes, "Never mind, I know it better than you do."
You can delete all your emails.
Yeah.
Glad somebody's keeping track of you that way.
Stuff lately. Send me 10 from people that I know.
Oh, really? Spoofs?
Yep, big spoofs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I make a motion that we go into, oh, no, you just have to do that.
Yeah, we
Yep.
can
Sorry.
just move in. Okay, we'll go ahead and move into our RDA meeting. Yeah,
Not, oh. well,
I've just got it right
I
here,
won't go
so.
into it then.
We've got just the two items on the agenda. One is our minutes from February 6th, 2019. That was our last meeting. And then we've got an agreement, number 1901 with Corinne City for the installation of the street lighting in the Ag Business Park. So,
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from February 6th, 2019.
Second?
have a motion by Commissioner Summers and a second by Commissioner Hadfield. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
This is the last piece on this ag park, isn't it?
Yeah. Did you have a chance to look at this agreement, Steve?
It's that.
It's the agreement for the
Corinne's
lighting with,
Pitch and I talked about it, I was a little surprised it's on there. The agreement they've got is really simple, which is fine.
right,
It's
one page, I was
super
kind of,
simple, and if that's all, that it's just very informal. I said, it's probably not real enforceable if something goes haywire with it, but I'm not sure we're anticipating that. I don't know if it needs to be more formal. I told Mitch that.
I think this is the last thing we can do and we close it out.
So I told him if he's telling me that I'm okay with it, just understand that.
If
there's a
something goes,
disagreement about something when the lights go in, there's really not necessarily enforced.
okay.
So-
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully this will be a pretty slick process and they'll get those
want
lights
us
and that
to take a look
transformer
just-
done.
do you want to just,
Well, I talked to Mitch about it, and I said, this is your issues, and he must be okay with it, but he said he was gonna think about it and then decide, so
Okay.
Yeah.
if he's okay with it, I'm okay with it, I think what I told him. Just understand it's very simple.
Yeah. I'll make a motion, we approve the agreement with Corinne City 19-01. That's what you said.
second?
Have a motion by Commissioner Hadfield and a second by Commissioner Summers. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Make a motion, we adjourn our
Yeah.
RDA.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to adjourn and go back into our regular commission meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Do we have a closed session tonight,
We're
Steve?
discussing that.
Is there anything that we need?
I don't know. Possibly.
Would that be pending real estate?
Actually litigation.
Oh, okay.
We can go over it quick. Since Jenica's not here, it's no big deal, but
Okay. Okay, we will go ahead and,
I'll make a motion, we go into a closed session to discuss
pending
pending
litigation.
litigation.
Second.
have a motion and a second to move into a closed session. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.